Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Dalra. In today's video we'll be talking about how to line up damage as Subtlety. Now in today's video I'll be showing you guys some of the kills that I've gotten in arenas and how I was able to line up my damage with my arena partners, and some of the things that I was looking for, waiting when to set up damage. And it's all about the right moment of when to set up damage. It's all about the right moment of which cooldowns you are forcing out of enemies, and it's all about getting as much damage out as possible within your burst without being interrupted. And in today's video I have a bunch of different situations for you guys of me running with different classes in arena situations, lining up damage together, and that's what I'll be doing in today's video. This is some of my talents that I'm running with the Spec, so you can use that as a reference. Now let's get on to the video. First scenario is me and a Warlock versus Rogue Druid. The Rogue opens up on a Warlock getting Blood Horde, and we go heavy in the opener. As Subtlety, I would definitely recommend going heavy in the opener because of situations like this. If we do get defensives out of them, then good. If we don't, completely fine. They will die a little bit too quickly, and this is a situation where they just did not put up defensives early enough. I was able to go into cheap shot, ambush, cheap shot, eviscerate, ambush, cheap shot at the very end, vanish, mark for death, eviscerate in order to deal as much damage as possible as the Warlock is pelting the Rogue away. Before the Rogue even gets a vanish off, the Warlock was able to havoc him, and as he throws out the horror, he hits both of them. I killed the Mushroom, the Druid trinkets as he's desperately trying to save the Rogue. I blind the Druid off of that. It's a full blind. The Warlock burns the Rogue as the Rogue comes out of stealth. And that's just something this clip shows you, is just how much damage and potential pressure a Subtlety can establish at the very beginning of an arena. Simply by throwing him in a smoke bomb and by him not wanting to trade any defensive abilities, we're able to capitalize on the offensive pressure that we have. A Subtlety always looking to force defensives out of your enemies, and that's what you should be trying to do in your playstyles, forcing defensive. If they don't throw defensives out, they will die to your burst, which is up every 1 minute. So hence you should use Shadow Dance as often as possible. Here's another clip, a 1v1, in contrast to the last clip we watched, showing you guys just how much damage Subtlety can deal in an opener by itself against someone who is just not going to use any of their defensives on you. Now this monk has plenty of defensives and he should be getting out of my stuns, but if he is not willing to do so, I can bring his health below 50% easily. And as long as I keep the pressure rolling, and as long as he doesn't pop any defensives, he is going to die, as seen by this clip. As he's trying to kind of play defensive and not use any of his defensive pressure just by healing, I kick the heal, he's unable to karma afterwards. He stuns me, I trinket, eviscerate that, and down goes the monk. That's the playstyle you should have for Subtlety. You are there to force defensives, and if they don't use defensives to trade for your Shadow Dance, which is up every 1 minute, then they are going to die. So this is something you should take into consideration while playing Subtlety. You should play offensive, you should play very aggressive, and take opportunities once they're presented. Well, the next match ended up being a little bit awkward. The way Rogues and Ferals open up, we both open up with stuns. For Ferals is to get Savage Roar, for me is to get Cheap Shot with Prayer in the Weak, and then get Slice and Dice, get my Rupture going. So the openers were a little weird as we got through all stun DRs, as the Feral went with his Pounce stun, which they no longer have Pounce, but I guess Rake does that effect, and then he went in for a bash early. My damage was pretty much lost in translation as the monk LOS'd me, and I trinketed in order to chase the monk as best I can. And what I'm trying to do is line up a full 5 combo point Rupture on the monk in order to make sure that all damage I'm dealing with, Hessing your evades, going with it, I get incapped into a stun, and then I'm forced to hide the DK around the pillar. But all I'm trying to do here is to get my 5 combo points up as soon as possible and make sure to establish a Rupture onto the healer. If I can have Rupture onto the healer, then I'll be there for when the Feral is bursting onto the healer, dealing the maximum damage I have, where I'm going to use a Vanish in order to help me finish off the healer. I'm kind of trying to stay ahead of the healer because I know he's going to roll at one point, so I just want to be able to chase him because all I have is Shadow Step. I step to him, I vanish, I put a Garrote, Mark for Death, Eviscerate in order to help finish him off, and as long as you're able to correlate your damage with another class, you simply can burn through some enemies simply by dealing straight hard damage. And that's one of the things I guess you should take out from this footage. In this next clip, I'm playing with a healer versus a mage druid, a really powerful combination. And what I'm trying to do here is, I'm going to get open. I was hoping to get a lineup of damage in the opener, but I got open on myself, it got me out of stealth, and all I can do is play defensive in the opener, and that's best I can do. As long as I am able to allow the druid to free cast through my CC, then the druid will be able to get my health up and I'll be able to re-establish my damage and really line up the pressure when I need it. What I'm trying to do is just generate common points, making sure that I have full slice and dice rolling, and being able to set up a full rupture on the target I'm trying to kill. I set up rupture onto the feral, and as he has no stun DRs, I have full slice and dice, full rupture going. I go in for shadow dance, cheap shot, ambush, eviscerate, cheap shot, ambush, eviscerate. Try to get a short cheap shot in there as well, and maybe mark for death, eviscerate into the druid. But you just can see just how quickly he melts as soon as he doesn't have any defensives, and as soon as he can get caught into a stun. The druid pops wall, and I'm just not letting him get clones of me. I'm just keeping on the pressure that I've established. The druid is not going to be able to heal over this, as we were able to completely reduce the amount of damage they dealt to us, reducing the pressure that they have on us, and then just waiting for the opportunity and striking once it's presented. So here you go, guys. This is me playing some Subtlety, and there's two play styles I found to it, and they're interchangeable. There's the aggressive style, which is great for openers, and then there's the opportunist, where you are trying to line up an opener for yourself after establishing your common points and establishing a comfortable position for yourself. So you should be able to swap between these two playstyles in order to be the most efficient Subtlety rogue you can be when it comes to arenas. And hopefully you guys find this video very much useful. Again, buffs are coming out for patch 6.2, so playing Subtlety is going to be a little bit easier, and hopefully there's going to be a little bit more sustain to the spec. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. My name is Dalrin, and let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.